Hey everyone, welcome. I am absolutely thrilled you're joining me today because, well, we're tackling something incredibly empowering. Today's explainer is all about taking absolute, total control of your financial legacy. We are going to master Citibank's account management system, and specifically, we're looking at the exact step-by-step process of adding a beneficiary to your accounts. This isn't just boring administrative paperwork. This is literally how you protect the wealth you've worked so incredibly hard to build. Okay, let's dive into this by asking a tough but totally necessary question. What actually happens to your account if you're suddenly gone? If you haven't named a beneficiary, your loved ones could be stepping into an absolute nightmare. Seriously. We're talking about your assets being completely locked up. We're talking about the notoriously lengthy, very public, and super expensive legal process known as probate. And most importantly, we're talking about a ton of unnecessary stress for your family during what's already a really difficult time. So here is our roadmap for today's explainer. We're going to cover 1. Why name a beneficiary, 2. Gathering information, 3. The digital process, 4. The paper form method, 5. Troubleshooting and rules, and finally, 6. Securing your legacy. All right, let's jump right into section 1. Why name a beneficiary? It is so easy to just push this off as another annoying chore, right? But naming a beneficiary is actually the ultimate act of love and financial protection for your family. Basically, a beneficiary is just a person or even an organization that you designate to receive an asset after you passed away. Now, in the banking world, you often see this called a payable on death or POD designation, or an in trust for or ITF designation. So why is this like magic? Because having this designation on file allows your funds to completely bypass that lengthy probate process we just talked about. It means immediate access and honestly, immediate peace of mind for the people you leave behind. Now, there is a totally critical distinction in how Citi structures its retail accounts. Check this out. Savings accounts and certificates of deposits, CDs, are completely eligible for payable on death designations. But checking accounts? Actually, no. They are ineligible for POD designations. Because of this, a really major strategic recommendation is to avoid leaving massive excess liquidity just sitting there in your checking account. Instead, you'll want to use automated cash sweeps to move those surplus funds over into eligible savings accounts or CDs, where your named beneficiaries are legally recognized. It's a game changer. Moving on to section 2, gathering information. Like they say, before we build the house, you need your tools ready. You've got to have your essential details lined up: your beneficiary's full legal name, their date of birth, their relationship to you, their citizenship, and their permanent physical address. So the crucial point is right here. Banking compliance departments absolutely hate P.O. boxes or virtual addresses. I mean, they strictly prohibit them. If you try to use a P.O. box, the compliance system will instantly reject your request. No way around it. Just gather all this exact data first, and the rest of the whole shebang will be a total breeze. All right, section 3, the digital process. For the vast majority of you, this is going to be the fastest, easiest, and just most convenient method. Step 1, simply log into the Citibank online portal or just pop open your Citi mobile app. Step 2, navigate on over to your account management or profile settings. Step 3, look for the option that says Add or Update Beneficiaries and clip it. Step 4, carefully type in all those personal details we just finished gathering. And Step 5, hit Submit. The absolute beauty of the digital route is that it typically updates your account records within the exact same business day. One quick tip though. Always log back into your profile a little later just to verify that the system actually updated everything correctly. Next up, section 4, the paper form method. Of course, sometimes digital just isn't an option, or maybe you're someone who requires a physical, hard copy record. For that, you'll use form CIT-BE-FRQ-FME-0710. Say that 5 times fast. Executing a paper form introduces some really strict regulatory safeguards, mostly to prevent fraud. First up, universal consent is required. This means if it's a joint account, every single registered co-owner has to sign and date the document. Missing even one signature? Instant rejection. Second is mandatory notarization. Your signatures must be witnessed and stamped with a raised seal by a licensed notary. Or if you're overseas, you'll need a U.S. consular officer. Finally, you can submit the whole thing by dropping it off at a branch, using a secure upload link online, or sending it via certified mail. Okay, let's get into section 5, troubleshooting and rules. Okay, here is a major pitfall you absolutely need to avoid. Do not name minors, as in kids under 18, as direct POD beneficiaries on your retail deposit accounts. just don't do it. If you do this and pass away, Citibank actually cannot legally release those funds directly to a minor. Instead, a court has to step in to appoint a guardian, which means what? Yep, your assets are frozen and subject to tons of administrative delays and legal fees. If you want to leave money to a minor, the highly recommended strategy is to establish a revocable living trust or use a Uniform Transfers to Minors Act and UTMA account to manage those assets until they come of age. Next up is a really common misunderstanding regarding Citi's Family Link program. And this brilliantly illustrates why we absolutely have to separate day-to-day banking from estate planning. See, Family Link lets you pool your balances with family members so you can meet minimums and waive account fees. Awesome, right? But linking accounts for a fee waiver does absolutely nothing, literally zero, to link or alter your individual estate beneficiary designations. You still have to go in and verify that your individual designations are intact and actually match your specific wishes. I want to read this direct quote straight from Citi's terms to you. Should you provide an incorrect account number, any losses resulting from the funds being credited to the wrong account will be your responsibility. Ouch. Now, while this specific term heavily governs funds transfers, that underlying principle absolutely applies across all account management. Accuracy isn't just a nice to have, it's totally mandatory. If you misspell a name or enter the wrong birth date or mess up the identifying details for your beneficiary, the fallout is 100% on you. So audit your inputs relentlessly. And that brings us to Section 6, Securing Your Legacy. Because really, this is what all that paperwork and digital clicking is actually about. Securing your family's financial future provides the ultimate peace of mind. By taking, maybe 15 minutes today to designate your beneficiaries, you're actively protecting your loved ones from literally months of legal headaches, frozen assets, and probate court tomorrow. It is such a small administrative step, but it has a massive, massive human impact. Now, right before we conclude, I do need to quickly share this professional disclaimer. While this explainer provides a super comprehensive and detailed overview based directly on Citi's official documentation, everyone's estate is totally unique. If you have a highly complex estate, please consult Citibank directly or speak with your financial advisor or estate attorney to get some personalized advice. All right, I want to leave you with this final, somewhat provocative thought. Have you audited your beneficiaries this year? Think about it. Life changes incredibly fast. Marriages, divorces, new babies. Do not let some outdated form dictate your family's future. Actually, I challenge you to log into your account today, literally right now, the second this explainer ends, and review your retail, corporate, and investment beneficiaries. Go take control of your legacy. Thanks so much for learning with me today. I'll catch you next time.